Welcome back, all new at 10. An upstate man helped investigators take a big step in this cold case here. Nearly 45 years later, the Sumter County Sheriff's Office came out this week and identified this couple gunned down in the summer of 1976. Pamela Buckley and James Friend are their names. They were both shot in the chest near Lynchburg, and that guy right there helped find out who they were. And up until this week, nobody knew their names.
This is incredible. Fox Carolina's Zach Prelutsky spoke with that upstate man who helped and has more on his connection to this case.
Yeah, well, Matthew McDaniel has been looking at this case out of Sumter County for the past 8 years. It was actually his suggestion to investigators to partner with the DNA Doe Project. They use genetic genealogy to help identify John and Jane Does, and that's how eventually they ended up identifying James and Pamela after more than 40 years. For the past 8 years, Matthew McDaniel has spent his free time investigating a cold case murder out of Sumter County that has not been able to leave his mind.
I first came across the case online, like a lot of other people did, and I think the one thing that really stood out to me was the fact that the couple was never identified after so many years when it seems like they should have been able to be identified. This case is unprecedented that two people are murdered and never identified this many years later.
McDaniel calls Clemson home and has no connection to either of the victims. He doesn't even have any experience in criminal justice. He has a degree in civil engineering.
I just like to take things apart and see how they work, and I have appetite for mysteries.
McDaniel has worked with the Sumter County Sheriff's Office over the last few years while conducting what he calls his own investigation. On Thursday, the Sumter County Sheriff's Office announced a break in the case. Pamela Mae Buckley and James Paul Freund were identified as the couple murdered in August of 1976.
It is our hope that this news will bring the families some closure.
The big break came after McDaniel told investigators they should reach out to the DNA Doe Project, which works to identify John and Jane Does. Thanks to that conversation, James and Pamela were identified by the organization.
It really is a big relief for me personally.
Sumter County Sheriff's Office did announce that they are planning on reopening the investigation and are following up with a person of interest. Now, McDaniel says over the past 8 years, he's collected a lot of evidence from different interviews and things he's done in his investigation. He has turned all of that over to investigators and is hopeful an arrest in this case will be made in the future. For now, reporting live in Greenville County, Zach Prelutsky, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.